Hi everyone. Yes, we have a winner of Superbet Chess Classic, which is Fabiano Caruana. But before we see Fabiano's game, I will show you three interesting positions, and let's quickly jump into the first one. The first position is from game Anish Giri Jan Nepomniachtchi, and in this position Anish Giri played move knight to d6, which actually is a huge blunder. The best move in this position would be knight to c7. But after knight to d6, black has very nice tactic and way to win. You can pause the video to figure out that for yourself. But now, let me show you how black can win. Knight e2 is the first move. Now we threatened mate here on g1. So white has to cover that square with queen to c5. And now, actually in this position, Nepo blundered away the win with knight to g3. Yes, of course we are threatening mate on h1, but just simple queen to g1. And yes, there's no win. We can play knight to f1, but king h1 again, and this would be just a draw. So what was the right move instead of knight to g3? The right move was queen to g3 check. Now if we go to h1, of course it's the only square on h1, we play very subtle move queen to f4. And what's the point behind this move? Let's say, for instance, if white plays queen to c2, now we give a check on g3. If king goes here to g1, we have this check, king h2, and now queen enters and we will checkmate white's king. So instead of that, king can go to h2, but now we have very beautiful move, just knight to f5, check. King, if king goes, let's say, to g1, we can take this knight. And so, as you can see, the knight on d6 was a mistake because black now can capture it. If it would be on c7, black cannot capture the knight, and actually the position would be draw. Okay, let's now quickly jump to the second game and second position. This was game Bogdan Daniel Diak against world champion Dinkley Ren. And after queen to f5, Bogdan played a blunder, bishop to c1. And why is this not the best move? Actually, the best move would be queen to c1. And here, after bishop to c1, Dinkley Ren played rook to h8. But there was very beautiful move in this position. You can pause the video. Instead, rook to h8. What was the move? Yeah, the move is b5. Very nice move. Let's say if we, of course, we cannot take the b5 pawn because knight is guarding that pawn. Let's say if white takes on c5. Now we play rook to c8. And what's the point of this move? Let's say if we play queen to b4. Now we sack a rook, and after rook takes, we pick up the rook on d3. Let me just quickly show you how the game ended, how Dinkley Ren actually won this game. Rook h8, ab, f4, opening king a little bit too much, so this was bad move. Rook h2, now rook enters the second rank. Rook 3 to d2. Notice if we play some move like this, then we can take the rook, and if king takes, then queen e4 is very strong. So that was the threat of rook to h2. So white has to play a rook to d2, rook 3 to d2. Now we double the rooks on h file, queen d5. Now bishop is under attack. We have to go to f6. Now queen takes, knight takes, rook d3, c4. We have to chase away this rook, rook a3, b5. Now these pawns are marching towards the queen, g4. And now very beautiful move by Dinkley Ren, rook h1. Yes, nice move. Bishop takes, rook takes h1, king e2. Again, amazing move, knight d4. So this was all calculated by Dinkli-Ren. Let's say if king goes here, we can do rook h2. Where to go? Okay, if we go to here, then rook to e2 is a mate. So the best way is to go to e1. But now bishop h4 is very strong. And after this, king to f1, we can pick up the rook on d1. So let's go back. So actually, after that knight on d4, we have to take this knight. But now just bishop takes rook, rook a1, b4, king f3, rook e1, f5, and after g5, actually white resigned. So very nice game by world champion. He was very tired, but at least he won the last game. And now let's go to the game 3. And here we don't have a position. Okay, we have a position at the beginning. But yes, I wanted to show you just the opening between Richard Rapport and Fabiano Caruana. It was very interesting opening. c4, e5, knight c3, knight f6. Yes, c4, I forgot to mention that this is so-called English opening. Knight f3, knight c6. And here there are many moves like g3, e3, but Richard opted for e4, for playing e4. Bishop c5. This is very known tactic. I mean this one, knight takes e5. Here also playable is bishop b4. I think it's the most common move, but also bishop c5. And now white takes. We have to take the knight back. And now we will get knight or bishop back because this is fork d4, bishop b4. We take the knight, knight e4, queen f3, knight takes here, bishop takes, and yes, looks familiar, right? This was game 10 in World Chess Championship, and here Nepo played move bishop to a5 against Dinkli-Ren, but Fabi opted for bishop to a5. Bishop f4, castle, and very interesting move here, castling long. A little bit dangerous, right? And but actually king is quite safe here. Looks dangerous, I mean. Queen e7, king b2, rook b8. And in the game between Carlsen and Caruana, Carlsen played move bishop to d3. But now Caruana played, Richard played queen e3. And the point of this that queen to e3, as we will see, that after b5, when white plays c5, black cannot take this pawn on c5. So we protect the pawn with the queen. b4, c4, b3, and a3. So this was very interesting opening, English for knights, and actually the game lasted for 15 more moves and ended in a draw after move 30. And with this draw, actually, Caruana won the Superbet Chess Classic. So congratulations to Fabiano. Again, looking forward for the next tournaments. I think very soon we will have Blitz and Rapid of Grand Chess Tour, and even Carlsen would play there. So it will be very exciting matches. And again, we are so spoiled for amazing chess played by those super grandmasters and super players. Guys, thanks for watching, as always. And please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you soon in the next video. Bye.